The dome greenhouse build. So we have the 18-inch kick walls. There's 9 there, but there's 10 sections. The 10th section can't be built until those 9 are up, because that's the section the door goes through. So I have a large area cleared, and I've got a few more brush over here to clear out. And then once I clear this brush here in a few minutes, I can start putting this together. These kick walls have hubs, preformed hubs, that will automatically cause the boards to go into the proper angles. So let me get these weed trees out of here and bring the hubs over and get the bottom layer, the kick wall, done. Kick wall's almost done. It needs to be adjusted because, boy, is it not round. But as you can see, it just has one section right in front of me that needs to be put in place. And then I've got to square all the walls up and secure them with stakes a couple feet into the ground. But normally the directions say with 2 to 3 people it takes about 3 hours to build this. When I built it myself before, it took 4 days, mainly because at each of the junctions I dug a hole, threw the stakes down, and filled it with cement. So it needed a good day to dry. This time I don't think I'm unsure on doing the cement. Later on this afternoon, when the heat is no longer as intense, I will put a board across this opening here, and that will give me a chance to make it round. Then bring the level out, stake it down, and I'll be ready to put the first tier. There's 3 total tiers. First tier up. Alright, so kick walls in, leveled from top to bottom. It is secured, and each piece is connected to each other with a piece of wood crossbar. So we're starting the first tier. So you go 8 foot. Well, for this version of the dome, it's a 2V, meaning 2 frequency, or there's only 2 cuts, 2 lengths to the boards. So one's 8 foot and one is 7 foot 2 inches, somewhere around there. I'd have to double check. But so the first 4 triangles are up, and I've had to put a bar on every blue, which is the short triangle, to hold it up so it doesn't flop in. But the kit says about 3 hours for 2 people. I'm doing this to myself, so the first tier will probably take me 3.5 to 4 hours alone. Then I'll get help for the other tiers. Otherwise, if I remember when I put it back together last year or the year before, the second tier took me 2 days alone. And then the third tier, which is just the cap, that took like 10 minutes. So yeah, here we are so far today. The only thing that doesn't have plate on the bottom and connected yet is here where the door is going to be, because until I get the first triangles up, I can't frame the door to go in. And once I frame the door, I'll know where to cut this, and I'll know where to bring the frame up so it'll all be secured. I don't want to leave it open because it will leave it floppy. Now when you put this in, you put only the first screw in each board, not the seconds. So let's look a little closer. Yeah, I know. And down we go. Okay, so when we're looking at this, we put one screw in. Once the whole thing's together, we go back, make any adjustments to the bars that need to be done, the boards, screw them back in, second screw down, and that tightens it up and makes it very rigid. Since it was already up once, I've already got the C-channel for the wiggle wire on these boards here on the outside. So it'll be real quick, get the whole thing up, tape over with some real light, some duct tape and some real light staples to hold it in place. That way, as the plastic goes over that, it doesn't catch in between and rip in those openings. Alright, we'll commence this again once its first tier is done.